everyone, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. This video has been very long awaited and I'm super excited to finally be sitting down and doing it for you guys. It is my full apartment tour video. I know, finally. So if you didn't know, I bought and moved into this brand new place in June, back in the summer, and it's taken me quite a while to get everything sorted and set up. I mean, there are a couple of things that I'm probably going to end up changing, but you know me, I feel like this apartment will never be done in my eyes. So I thought I would just force myself to do this tour video anyways, because if not, I would probably just keep pushing it back. But that aside, I'm really happy and I'm grateful and proud of this space. I just always feel so inspired and motivated when I'm here. I do live here, I work here, I draw here, I basically do everything here. So having a place that felt 100% me was something that was very essential, and I feel like I've finally accomplished that, which was so exciting, especially since this is my first big girl apartment on my own. I did have an apartment before this, but I was living with a roommate, so this place is just fully my own, and that's why I felt comfortable investing in it and really taking the time to make it, you know, perfect. Huge thank you to StruckTube for helping me out with my whole apartment transformation. They really hooked it up with a bunch of cute decor pieces and furniture pieces that I absolutely love. So I highly recommend checking out their stuff if you're looking to get some new furniture or decor pieces for your own place. Their stuff is actually pretty affordable as well, which is really important because if any of you have bought furniture, then you know that that adds up. Like, furniture can get pretty pricey. As I go through the tour of my apartment, I'll definitely be pointing out some of the StruckTube pieces, but I'll also link everything down below in case you're curious. Anyways, I'm gonna stop talking now. I'm sure you guys want to get right into the tour, so let's get started. All right, so I've switched cameras. This is officially my tour camera. I wanted to do it a little bit more vlog casual style so that I can really show you guys everything. But I also wanted to give a bit of background on my place. My place is 1 bedroom plus den, but the den is really nothing. I'll show you guys what is categorized as the den. But I actually really like the feel of the space, especially for my first apartment. I feel like the layout really works and makes it feel a lot bigger than it actually is. So I'm gonna bring you guys to the very beginning from the door. Okay, so here's just my front door. Yes, it's very orange. I kind of have grown to love it. But you spin around here and this is my entryway. This is what's categorized as the den, but as you can see, it's not very large. I don't know why they call it a den. So I've kind of turned it into this cute little entryway area. The bench is from StruckTube. I love it. It's just a place for people to put on their shoes, you know, get ready. The pillows are also from StruckTube, and then the print above it is from Society6. It's this really beautiful black and white cactus print, which I love. I have so many prints from Society6, you guys will see eventually. The frame I actually thrifted. Below it we have my shoes, of course. That basket is where I keep a bunch of umbrellas and, you know, other shoe related things, and that basket is from StruckTube. Next to it we have this huge floor length mirror. This is from IKEA. It's actually massive and I really like how minimal and clean the edges. It's just, you know, simple. I also have this coat rack next to it. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I do know that I need some sort of hook situation, which is why I got this, but I do feel like it kind of sticks out a little. I got that from Amazon, and you know, it has a bunch of different hooks for people to put their bags and their coats. But I found that when people come into your place, they don't really hook it onto the hook, even though it's right there. They kind of just throw it over there. So I'm not even sure if this is very functional, but you know, right now, that's what we have. Spinning around to here, that is the kitchen, and then here is the laundry situation. If we go inside, we have my washer and dryer. I'm really, really lucky to have a washer and dryer inside my unit. It's been very convenient. And then next to it, I actually have this cabinet. Even though it looks like it fits perfectly inside this unit, it actually didn't come with the place we put it in. This is just a, you know, standard cabinet unit from IKEA. I believe they're supposed to be kitchen cabinets, but it really just fit right in there, and that's where I keep my laundry hamper, a bunch of cleaning supplies, extra towels, you know, all of that stuff. And I feel like it just makes the whole thing look a lot more organized, gives me a lot more storage, which as a condo owner, you know, you need as much storage as you can get. I also have my printer up there, which probably is not the most ideal situation. I am definitely gonna have to figure out a better place to put it. Next to it, oh, sorry, that's really loud. On the left-hand side, that is actually the guest entry to the bathroom. Even though there's only one bathroom, I really like that you can enter the bathroom both from the front as well as my bedroom, which you'll see. I'll show you guys the bathroom later. We're gonna go spin right around to the kitchen though. All right, so here is my kitchen area. As you can see, it is technically a hallway. I think the actual term for this type of kitchen is a galley kitchen, but I don't mind the whole hallway thing as much as I thought I would. When I was first looking for places back in the summer, and I obviously toured a bunch of different apartments, I noticed that a lot of them, especially for one-bedroom apartments, had the kitchen attached to the dining room, attached to the living room, which kind of made it just feel like one big room and made everything feel very cramped. But as you can see, my dining room is down there and the living room is just around the corner. So having the kitchen in this hallway and kind of as an offshoot of that area really opens up the actual living space and makes it feel like there's different areas. I'm going to quickly take you through everything. Obviously, I'm not going to go through all of the cupboards. So this is just the fridge. It's very empty now because I still need to go grocery shopping. We have the freezer down here. This over here is the dishwasher. And then this is actually really cool. I've never really seen this before. I don't know if this is just for my apartment, but this like swings up like that, and I thought it was really nice because I was able to fit my microwave in there, and it's nice because now, you know, this microwave is hidden away and you don't have to have it on the countertop. So, you know, a little bit prettier. Moving over here, we have the sink. I have these cute little soap dispensers. I got these from HomeSense, and I used a glass marker actually to write dish soap and soap on it. I like having the refillable soap dispensers looks way nicer than having just the ones that you can buy in the store. And it's also better because then you can buy in bulk and then just refill the containers when you run out. Above it, we have this little pantry area. This is where I keep, you know, like salt, pepper, olive oil, and vinegar, and a bunch of other whatever cooking necessities. This is where I have like my glasses and cups and mugs. And then we also have my utensils. The stove and oven is over here. This is just an electric stove top, which I am not really that big of a fan of. I grew up with a gas stove, so having an electric stove has been a little bit of a transition. And then this is my favorite area. It is my coffee station. So I have my Nespresso machine up there, some raw sugar in a little container, again with the glass marker. I just really went all out with that glass marker. And then underneath I have this little coffee pod station that I got from Amazon, and it holds all of the Nespresso coffee cups. I actually didn't show you guys these over here when we first walked into the kitchen. These are some more prints from Society6. I have a series of 3. I'll link these prints down below, but I love these so much. I think they're gorgeous. They're just like these 3 girls with these tropical flowers kind of sprouting out from their heads. So just so you guys can kind of get a feel for the layout of my place, this is the dining room, and then when you go to the left, that's the living room area, and then that's kind of like my office situation. And all of this, I can't take any credit for the whole decor or design of this. If you guys didn't know, I did a video with the Sorry Girls where they made over this area of my space. They did such a good job with it and I'm obsessed. So if you haven't seen the apartment makeover video, I'm gonna link that down below. This little sideboard thing, I actually don't know where it's from. The Sorry Girls found it. I think they said they thrifted it, which is amazing. I love it. It's like this mid-century modern piece that has like sliding doors in the front. And in here, this is where I keep all of my stationery products. This is like the excess stuff. You know, I don't use every single marker every day, so it's kind of nice to have it hidden away. As much as I loved having it on my desk in my previous place, it did get a little overwhelming, and I feel like having too much clutter kind of makes your space feel a lot cluttered. Above it, this is a cute little plant. The plant pot is from Structube, and then we have a little succulent down here. This tray, I actually painted this tray myself. My best friends, Jacqueline and Tori, took me on a pottery painting expedition for my birthday. So I painted this little dish and I have it there, and I keep my keys on top. This wire tray bin is also from Structube, and I just keep my placemats, again, Structube. Those are from Structube as well, those little tropical print ones, which are really cute. Okay, so let's talk about this whole situation, because this is probably my favorite area of my apartment. I just feel like this whole thing looks so beautiful. If you guys didn't know, this wallpaper I actually designed myself. I have a whole video on the process of me drawing it and designing it and making it into a seamless pattern. And I feel like it really brings this whole area together and adds a definite unique pop. Whenever people see the wallpaper, they are so impressed, and they're extra impressed when I tell them that I designed it, which is something that I'm very proud of. And then this mirror is another kind of statement piece. This mirror is from Structube as well, and it's this gorgeous industrial huge mirror with this really nice frame. I don't know if you can see, but the frame is actually like this black brown steel almost, but I feel like it just really opens up the space, especially because I have that whole wall of windows, so the mirror kind of reflects that light and adds a lot of light to this area as well. And I don't know how the Sorry Girls did it, but this sideboard is perfectly the width of the mirror. Like this mirror was meant to be here. And then moving over to the dining room area, I'm gonna take a step back so you guys can see how everything looks. If you guys watched the apartment transformation video with the Sorry Girls, then you will probably notice that the table is different. They had this circle table, which I actually really loved because it was a dark table that kind of matched that sideboard over there. But the reason why I changed it was just because I needed more space. That's the only reason. Otherwise, I would have loved to keep that round table. This is the Reno table from Structube, and they have a couple different widths. This one is the 55-inch width, and I feel like it is the perfect size for this area. And I love how this table has this like raw natural wood edge, because I feel like it gives it a bit more of an organic feel than a straight-on rectangle table. The wood texture as well is gorgeous. It's like, you know, not one solid color, it's just a bunch of different browns in there, and I'm obsessed with this table. I just love it so much. Oh, I forgot to show you guys the legs of the table. They're like these hairpin legs, which kind of go well with the chairs. I really like them. They're simple, they're clean, and the dark legs at the bottom match the sideboard over there. I wanted to do a little place setting on the table so you guys can kind of see how everything looks when it's all, you know, put together. These placemats are from Structube, so are these bowls, which are really gorgeous. They have like this subtle design on them, and I feel like it just really goes with this whole tropical look over here. We have the tropical placemats, the tropical wallpaper, and then that, you know, tropical plant. In the center of the table, we have this green tinted glass vase, which is so beautiful. I know I'm saying that about a lot of things, but I love this. Like, I don't know what it is about this green glass, and it adds a subtle touch of color. In here I have a nice little candle that I like to light. I like to call this like my tropical dining area because there's just so many greens and plants happening. Speaking of plants, we have my huge tree. I don't even know what type of plant this is, but the Sorry Girls brought it in. I love it so much, and hopefully it doesn't die on me because I am notorious for killing plants. So I've been trying to keep this one alive. Anyways, this planter down here is really nice, again with the subtle green hues. It's ceramic, really heavy duty and high quality. And then over on the windowsill here, I'm trying to get a good angle of it. This is my Google Home Max, which has become one of my favorite things, and I just love the whole Google Home system. I have my Google Home Max here in this main area since it's the largest area. Then I have my Google Home Mini in my bedroom, and they can actually connect and play music at the same time, so it just feels like my whole apartment has music going on. You can also just ask it, you know, regular Google questions like what the weather is like today. Moving over to this is my office area. I'm actually going to do a separate office tour video because you guys have been asking for like a desk/office tour and I feel like I have more to say about that, and we'll go into depth about the drawers and the whole situation. This office chair is really comfortable as well. This is from Structube and tucks right underneath, which is perfect. On top here, I have this little acrylic pen cube. This is actually from Muji. They're different from the pen cubes that I had in that sideboard over there. This one, I just like to keep my essential pens, anything that I need. Over here, we have a couple different knickknacks. This is a lamp and a ceramic jar. Both are from Structube. I love the look of this like brassy golden lamp, and I love like that curve to it. I feel like it just looks really minimal and adds a little bit of an accent, especially since the knobs on the drawer units are gold as well. Above it, we actually have the TV, and this TV is on a full motion swing mount, so I can actually swing it towards this way, which is where the couch is, or I can swing it towards the kitchen, so wherever I want to watch TV, I can watch it. I actually got some guy to like come in and fully set it up and install it so the wires are hidden inside the wall. And I know that this isn't a very typical placement of a TV. Usually people would have like a media unit over here, but I figured that since my whole space is kind of one big space, if I did have a media unit, it would kind of block it off and ruin the flow of the space. And you know, I didn't want to be like bumping into a media unit all the time. And I also figured that I'm not, you know, watching TV 24/7, so whenever I'm not using it, I can just push it back into the wall and it doesn't really take up too much space. Alright, so as you can see, it swings completely out. I actually don't even have it as far out as it can go, but here's my couch, and you can really just watch TV from here. Put your legs up, and it works really well for me. I really like it, and I think it's kind of a good solution for a small space. I actually realized I forgot to mention that this little pendant light is up here. I don't know where it's from. The Starry Girls brought it in. I have some Philips Hue light bulbs in there, so I can actually use my Google Home to turn on light bulbs. For example, hey Google, turn on dining room lights.
You got it, turning on 2 lights.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool, and you can also change the color. Hey Google, turn dining room lights to red.
You got it, changing 2 lights to red.
I know that's pretty extra, but I'm also very extra. I'm just gonna push this TV back in so we don't have it sticking out. Moving over to this side, this is my living room space. The Starry Girls did such a good job with this. I feel like they got my style perfectly, and I love the prints and how there's a little bit of that tropical vibe as well, which matches the wallpaper. And I feel like it's like the perfect mix of mid-century modern and industrial. So first up, the biggest difference you might notice from the video with the Starry Girls is that the couch is different. The gray couch that I had in their video was actually one of my family members, and I was just basically waiting for this couch to come in because this was the couch that I wanted from the beginning, and I feel like it really goes well with all of the different tones in the place. This couch is from Structube. It's called the Kinsey couch. They actually have a bunch of different colors. This one was the caramel color. There's so many different things to run through. I don't even know where to start, but I guess we'll start with this rug down here. This is actually from Wayfair, I believe. Over here we have this little reading corner. This chair is from CB2. It's called the Acapulco chair, and it's actually meant to be like an outdoor patio chair, but I loved the way it looked, and I knew I had to have it in my space, and it is deceivingly comfortable. Like, I feel like when people look at it, they feel like it's not that comfortable, but these cords are stretchy, so you can kind of cradle up inside of it, and I love it too because it reclines a little. So one of my favorite things to do is to recline back, put my feet up on this little poof, which is from Amazon, and I'll either read a book or, you know, bring out the TV, and my head is at the perfect tilt so I can watch TV. I have this lamp. This is from Structube. This is called the Hopper lamp. We have a couple different decorative cushions from Structube as well. On the couch, some more Structube decoration pieces. This one is a cream cushion that has this brown embroidery in this Aztec pattern. This palm print is really fun, especially with all of the tropical prints. This throw is also from Structube, and it's a little bit of a thinner throw, but it's still kind of cozy. Here, this is the second basket from earlier, the one that I had underneath my entryway bench, and I like to keep my extra throws in there. Next to the couch, we have this planter. This is actually the same planter as the one in the dining room. It's a bit smaller, and I actually put it on the planter over here. That's like a mid-century modern type of planter stand, and inside it has this little fiddle leaf fig tree. I believe that's what they're called. They're super trendy right now, and I'm trying desperately to keep it alive because I love the way it looks. I wanted to take you guys through this whole gallery wall, which I am obsessed with. I knew I wanted a gallery wall in my place. I just didn't really know where to start. I feel like gallery walls, there's so many possibilities, so I was almost feeling a little overwhelmed. But the Sorry Girls took over and they created this beautiful vignette, and I could not have done it better myself. And I also really love the way that it looks against the dark wall. I feel like that's something a little bit different. They put these little DIY wall sconces. I can't believe they made these. When I watched the video, I was actually mind blown that these were not store-bought because they just look so legit. But I love them. They add a little bit of coziness, especially when I'm curled up on the couch reading. This constellation print, that is the other print that I was gonna, possibly do the wallpaper in. We have this print. I believe these are all from Society 6 as well, so if I can find them, I will link them down below. I know that that one up there they DIY'd, and they showed in the video of them DIYing. This one is another tropical plant print. This one's like the largest one out of all of them. And then on the other side of the couch, we have this side table. This is actually from IKEA. It doesn't really take up too much space, and it keeps my TV remote. We have this salt rock lamp, my diffuser, which I love to put on a nice essential oil diffuser. And then we have some other decorative books and plants, some more little decorative plants on this windowsill as well. I was actually looking at these the other day because I realized that they kind of looked like green beans. Like, I am curious whether I could pluck it out and eat it, because it really does look like green beans to me. Alright, so that is the whole living room area. I feel like we covered everything. The couch, the gallery wall, the chair. Something that I'm actually waiting for, it hasn't come in yet, but it's a coffee table. And the one that I'm getting, I'll insert a picture. It's more like a bench style, which I thought was the perfect size for my small apartment. Typically, you either see like circle coffee tables or squares or rectangles, but when I was on the StruckTube website, they actually styled a couch with this bench, and I thought it was the perfect solution for an apartment because it's long and skinny. You can still have somewhere to put food or whatever, and yeah, I feel like it's gonna fit perfectly in here. So I can't wait for that to come in. This is actually the bedroom area. So this is, where I lay my little head to sleep. I guess we'll start off on the left side. When you first walk in, there is another print from Society 6. It's this relaxing beach print, which I thought would add to the whole calming vibe of my bedroom. My bedding is actually from StruckTube as well. It's this white kind of ruched pattern. There's a subtle stripe on it, and I just love how fluffy and calm and relaxing it looks. It just makes me feel like I'm at a spa. This blanket is actually hilarious. If you guys can see here, there is a mermaid tail on the end of it. So it's one of those mermaid blankets that you can like stick your legs in and cozy up. But I just liked the pattern of it. I forgot where I got it. I actually have had it for quite a while. More decorative cushions. This one is like a black and white tribal pattern, and then this one has these cute tassels on it. I like how the gray matched the gray of the bedding as well. And then above it, more Society 6 prints. This one on the left is a quote from Andy Warhol. And then this one is actually a print from an artist that I found on Instagram a while back, and I fell in love with her work. Her stuff is just very surreal and dreamy and graphic. Her name is Hen Kim. I feel like these two prints go well together. They're both just black and white and bold and graphic. Next to my bed, we have this floor lamp. This is, again, from StruckTube, and this is the other one that's connected to the Philips Hue light bulb, so I can turn that on with my Google Home. I'm actually still waiting on a side table. I'll insert a picture, but I'm planning on putting it on this side of the bed just so I can have an area to put my phone when I go to sleep maybe like books or a candle or something, but that hasn't come in yet, so we're still waiting on that. I also have this little white faux fur rug that's from HomeSense, I believe, and I also keep my guitar here, and then next to that is my vanity area. So this vanity is actually really cool. I found it on Amazon and I knew that it would be perfect for my place because back in my old place I had a bunch of little makeup storage units and there was so much of it because I do have quite an excessive amount of makeup. So this one's cool because you can actually flip open the top and all of the products are hidden in there. There's also a drawer unit next to it, so I keep some palettes in there. And I have a little handheld mirror, some makeup brushes, and then this spinning container for lipsticks because they wouldn't fit in here, unfortunately. But I don't mind having that on the top. The vanity did come with this little stool, and my mom actually helped me to reupholster it with some extra fabric we had because the fabric that was on the stool before didn't match my place. So we just used a staple gun. It was a quick and easy fix, and I feel like this matches my place way more than the other fabric. Above it is this circle mirror that I got from, I think it's from Umbra, and it's really cool because the edge is black circle. It kind of matches the frames of the prints that I have, but you know, it's like a different shape, so I feel like it adds a bit of a modern twist to a vanity. These display cases were actually initially in my living room area. I don't know if you guys remember, but they used to be in the background of a couple of my old videos. And that was before me and the Sorry Girls had ever planned to do like an apartment makeover. So when they did it, they actually didn't find any use for it. So I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Am I gonna throw them out or maybe give them away? But I realized last minute that they can actually fit perfectly in this corner of my bedroom. And it gave me a place to store some books and some other decor pieces. It's actually crazy how perfectly it fit in this corner here. Like, I don't even know if you can see, but that like really just lines up over there, and it lines up perfectly on this side as well. So it just worked out for the better. This is actually 2 units side by side. The black frame really matches the black frames of the picture frames and the mirror, so I feel like they were meant to be here. Anyways, on them I have some books, just some current ones that I'm reading. I also have my YouTube play button. This is for 100K. Below it I have a couple other decor pieces. I decided to put my Polaroid camera here so I could quickly grab it and go whenever I need it. This vase I actually painted myself. It was another one of those paint it yourself Pottery Place creations for my birthday, and it has the constellations and planets and stuff all over it. Next to it we have this hashtag, of course. This is actually old, I don't remember where I got it. I also have these gold geometric shapes. There's one right here, so one up top, and then one down below. This is also where I keep my mini cinema box sign. Oh, it's missing a letter. It's supposed to say "You Magic Thing," which is a quote from a Lin-Manuel Miranda tweet that I saw and I loved, and I knew I had to put it in my little cinema box. I'm gonna have to look for the G because "You Magic Thin" is not as inspiring or motivating. I also keep my ukulele next to it so I can, you know, take it whenever I want to do a little ukulele jam session. And then the bottom shelf is where I keep all the ugly stuff. This is more of like a storage location, so I have extra camera bags, camera stuff, and then this is the final one of those straw bins that came in that set of 3. And the closet is a little bit of an interesting situation. I'll try to explain it, but I'm gonna turn on the light so you guys can see. Basically, as you can see, these doors open inwards into the closet, which is a very interesting choice in my opinion. I feel like it would be better if they opened outwards. It was just an empty wall, which I just found was a waste of space. So I decided to put this drawer unit. This is from IKEA, and I basically just keep this door closed permanently because obviously can't open it into the drawer unit. But I feel like that really added a lot of extra storage, and for me, it works. So yeah, this is the only workable door. On the door, I have this like hanging mirror. This drawer unit is actually really cool because you can actually customize the shelf setup that you want. Like these two drawers come as a separate thing from like these two drawers, and you can stack and mix and match depending on what you prefer. So I have, you know, socks, underwear, that type of stuff up here. And here's where I keep all of my t-shirts. If you watch my Get Productive With Me video, then you know that my big project was making sure that all of my shirts were vertical, and that way I could like, you know, do like the whole filing system and see everything that I have, which has been so much better than the other way that I used to stack my clothes, which was that way, and it would just become like a whole jumbled mess. So I'm really happy with that. Have some more, you know, pants and all of that. I also have this little fold-out stool, some more filming stuff back there. The stool comes in handy for reaching those large bins up there. Those are from, I can't remember, I think these are from IKEA, and the ones under it are from the dollar store. Unfortunately, I don't have a coat closet for my entryway, so I do have to keep all my coats in here. So this side of the closet is where I keep all of them. I have them organized by color. I have my knit sweaters over here folded. This is where I keep my go-to purses, so I can just, you know, pull it out and grab a purse and go. And then under all of that is where I keep this shoe rack. So these are all of the extra shoes that I might not wear as often as the ones that I just keep in my entryway, and that way the entryway isn't as cluttered. I also have some more storage bins up there. They're the same ones as all along the top. I think I need to label them though, because I'm starting to forget what I put in the bins, and it's kind of annoying to take out a bin and realize that it's not the one that you're looking for, so I'm definitely gonna have to label. Under, I have some more clothes. These are just items that have to be hung up. Next to it, I have this little drawer unit. This is also from IKEA. On top, I keep my perfumes here. I also have some jewelry. We have sunglasses in here as well. I think not all of them are filled up. Oh yeah, we have like papers and stuff that I keep in here. I feel like this is kind of like the junk drawer unit where I keep everything that doesn't have a home elsewhere. So that is my whole closet. I feel like I really made good use of the space that I was given. Obviously, I'm really lucky that it was a walk-in closet, but I also don't have a coat closet as well, so I had to merge all of them together and find different storage solutions, which I think I got a little creative with this drawer unit, and I even added that extra shelf space at the top. Initially it only came with that bottom one, but I had the top one installed, and that way I could really utilize the vertical space and add a second row of bins. And then the final room, I know this video was super long, so thanks for making it through this video, but the final room is my bathroom. So as you can see, you can enter it through my bedroom. When you first walk in, you have the whole shower and bath. This shower curtain is from Bed Bath & Beyond, I believe. It's just like a waffle, what's it called? Waffle weave kind of shower curtain. Just clean and white and simple. And in here, I actually have this little shower shelf. I got this from HomeSense, I believe, and it's one of those ones that suction onto the wall because this shower didn't come with any shelf or anything. So when I first came here, I was initially just leaving all of my products on the bathtub, but it just looked really messy. So having this little shelf unit has really helped me out, keep everything organized. I also have those refillable containers. Those are from Amazon. Nothing too exciting with the shower. Over here we have these two shelves. This actually didn't come with the bathroom when I first moved in. These are from IKEA. My dad helped me put them up, and I feel like it adds a little bit more of a hotel vibe to the bathroom. It also makes the bathroom look a lot taller and adds more storage. So I have some face towels, extra face towels. We have a plant, little face mask, some candles up here. And then again, that little wire tray is the same one as from earlier. Alright, it's kind of hard to give you guys a good overview since this bathroom is a little bit small, but next to it, this is the sink unit and the vanity. So it's kind of weird. When I first moved in, I found this very strange that the sink was on this side, but I kind of like it because it just, you know, tucks things to the side. You can put other things on the counter. I have another one of these mason jar soap dispensers. So we have one for lotion, one for soap, again from HomeSense, and then I just used my glass marker to label them. Hand towel, again from HomeSense, and then this sink unit, as you can see, has 2 different drawers on it. So the top one, I have all of my skincare and bathroom products, and the bottom one has my hair stuff. I'm not even gonna bother opening that because I know that it is insanely messy in there, so I'm gonna spare you guys the details. We have the 2 doors, which it does get a little annoying, especially if you leave one open and then try opening it from the other side. It'll like smash into the doors. But I actually really like it because, as I mentioned earlier, it's nice that my guests can enter the bathroom through the entryway instead of having to go through my bedroom to get to the bathroom. So yeah, the layout is actually quite smart with that. So bringing everything full circle, if you opened that door, you would find yourself back in the entryway. Alright everyone, so that concludes my full apartment / condo tour. I hope you enjoyed exploring my space, seeing where I live, where I work. I truly do everything here. It is basically my sanctuary and I love it. As I mentioned, I'm going to link everything down below, and I'm going to try to give descriptions of each individual room with the decor pieces, so hopefully that will help you out. If you're new to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and turn on post notifications so you don't miss a new video from me. You can also follow me over my Instagram if you want to keep up with me over there. Anyways, I'm going to sign off now, so keep doodling and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye everyone!